But I always say comfort is the worst thing when it comes to success. Like if you're too comfortable, you're not going to ever grow. You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow. Whether that means working 2 jobs, whether that means leaving Malaysia and coming to America to start an entire new life, not knowing any English. The comfort is the death of success, in my opinion.
Hey everyone, this is James Zamri here. It's a Thriving Vibe. I hope you guys are thriving vibe in life. And you guys enjoyed the last episode, the 18th episode with Serenity Lynn, how she was able to really get into her Serenity project and really giving us a glimpse of like what's it like to be a creative director and a model, and also having a lot of good laughs of like being a doppelganger to Lala Anthony and knowing how to reset with camping. And in today's 19th episode, I was very fortunate enough to really connect with one of like Houston socialite, and she's a beauty. She is a force to reckon with in the media industry. She has worked tons of years building up her reputation with the iHeartRadio, and of course, she is not outside of what she does. She's also really in touch with her Arab and Latina heritage due to her parents' side. But of course, I present you in this 19th episode, Kayla Dalati. Kayla.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
All right. Well, thank you for coming here to the Thriving Vibe. And of course, we've been talking about being on the Thriving Vibe episode for
some
months,
time. Yeah.
For months. And for those of you guys, how did I know Kayla Dalati? She's actually kind of related, somewhat related to Mary Musavi. You guys could somewhat be related. But
We're friends, yeah.
We're friends. And she told me about Kayla, and first impression of Kayla, I just knew that you were one of the most exotic women that I've seen in Houston, or probably in the world.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and with what you do in the media space or in the radio industry has been like quite phenomenal, and it's still kind of like a big work in progress. And of course, congrats on you just opening up your own company too.
Yeah, I just started my own media agency called Dalati Media LLC. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. I've been doing it since I was little, but I'm excited to really be serious about it and take it to the next level.
Absolutely. Yeah, so again, with the Thriving Vibe, how I always like to start off with all my...
By the way, this setup is like so dope. Like you guys, if you see the behind the scenes, like this is coming from the media industry, I like it. It's a very chic setup, nice podcast setup. So
absolutely,
congratulations.
Yeah, no, it's all because of like my team and of course my homeboy Hugo.
Hugo back there, yes, making us look good.
Yeah, no, he's one of the people that really kind of set this all up. But again, like with how you probably heard of the Thriving Vibe podcast and how I ask all my guests, like, you know, before talking about how they're thriving their business and how they vibe out of their day-to-day hustle, just, you know, give the audience and the viewers like your background and also how you got to where you're at right now.
Yeah, so I actually grew up in Houston, Texas, but I do come from, my mom is Hispanic and my dad is Arab.
Oh, how's they meet?
Because they actually
Arab and Hispanic is like a very mix.
I know they met at work, so I know
so it's a work thing.
It's very mixed, but the cultures are actually very similar.
Really?
It's a very collectivistic culture, very family oriented. Family is very important to me, family and friends, but you know, friends that become family eventually. So it's not too different. I guess the languages are completely different, but as far as culture, it's pretty similar.
Yeah. And then would you say, like, specifically deep down, like Arab, like, is your dad like Egyptian Arab or Saudi Arab?
My dad is Egyptian from Cairo, but my last name is Syrian, so we have a little bit of Syrian.
Syrian or Assyrian?
Syrian.
Syrian,
like,
okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
like Aleppo, Damascus.
Oh, I see. And then your mom is like Mexican?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see. And then they all met at work. And
they met at work, yeah.
Wow. In Houston?
In Houston, yes.
Man. And I kind of wonder how that wedding or that culture like formed together.
You know, I come from very humble beginnings, so I think they had like a small, decent sized wedding with just like, you know, friends and family. But like I said, it's the cultures are so similar. Like Hispanics are all about family gatherings and having parties and craziness. My Arab side's a little bit more calm and a little bit more collected, but they're both very family oriented.
Would you say like you're growing up in that household, like you hear you and your siblings are kind of like trilingual, like subconsciously, like okay, you hear an Arab speaking or Arabic speaking, and then you hear Spanish speaking, and then you go to school in Houston English.
It's English, yeah. And I think my dad he thought he was protecting me because he came to this country not knowing any English, and
Really?
it was miserable for him. It was humiliating, I think, for a long time, and so he didn't want to put that onto us. So he just chose not to teach us Arabic. He knew French as well, I believe. So
Français?
Yeah. That was his
Paul-
second language. English is actually his third.
Wait, parles-tu français?
I don't speak French.
Oh,
No.
no. Okay. All right. Well, you're born here. You know something here. I thought you would learn.
Maybe if I have some more tequila, I'll start speaking a little bit of something, but not French.
At least I'm Espanol.
Yes, a little Spanish, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm a little insecure about my Spanish, but
No, just own it. Like
we're working on it. I'm working on owning it.
Yeah, absolutely. So like again, like your dad, that's so interesting. I didn't have that type of perspective because how I was raised, like my parents were very proud being Malaysians, and they will speak Malay like wherever they go because they don't want it to let it die out.
I think that's so important to really own your roots and be proud of them. Like I am such a proud Latina Arab. I represent for both sides so hard, and I don't think that'll ever stop. I think more so than my family, just because I'm just so proud that, you know, minorities were able to come to America and make a name for themselves.
Yeah, having to get the establish the American dream.
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
Yeah, so that's like your dad coming, and then how did your mom kind of come into picture? Like, was your dad like again at work, and then or just tell us a little bit like your mom. Like, is she your typical abuelita, or is she like?
She's definitely not abuelita vibes yet. I mean, she's
a tia vibes.
She's the tia vibes, yeah, for sure. My mom is like my manager. She is basically my manager, the one who, you know, doesn't ever let me slip up. She is my hardest critic for sure. And that's, I think a lot of Latin moms, that's the way they like to show love is like, they're like, oh, you could have done better. Or what are you wearing? You know, it's from a place of love because they want you to be the best and do the best and live your life to the fullest potential. So
Yeah. It sounds like you would credit your mom to like how you're kind of where you are right now, like, you know, trying to look a certain way, try to act a certain way, try to sound a certain way.
I mean, Kayla Dalati is Kayla Dalati. I don't try to please anyone but myself, but my mom is definitely just a big support system and she just really pushes me to work hard. And, you know, so I do love her for that because she has helped me become who I am. But my dad too, my dad's work ethic and watching him, you know, create a name for himself in Houston. Because my dad was on sports radio and sports television for a long time.
Okay, so you pretty much followed your dad's footsteps in a way, like to really get into media and whatnot. So diving in more like from that. So I know when we talked, like you were like a radio host and you knew how to be a face of like any type of like media. So which kind of came first, like radio or like just being on camera?
Just being on camera for sure. I learned at an early age that I wasn't good at, you know, math, science, you know, just a lot of basic schoolwork. And but people always used to find me entertaining, and so I was like, you know what, this is how I'm gonna make a living and make money one day.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you have to do what you're good at. And so I truly believe if you follow your passion and you follow what you believe in your heart, the money will always come. But you have to be consistent and you have to be willing to work hard.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I think they should really say that in the quote. When they say like, oh, it's about your passion, it's like, no, I think passion is one part, but being consistent day in, day out in your passion, that's what truly sets.
You have to literally eat, breathe, and sleep. And especially media is essentially the entertainment industry.
It is.
So it's there is a lot that goes into it. It's not just getting on camera and talking, you have to do a lot of research, a lot of networking. And, I can be very shy sometimes. I have to turn it on. I can actually, a lot of people like, I don't know, I've gone on dates or they're like, oh, you're like kind of quiet. And I'm like, yeah, I just, what I do when I'm in front of the camera, that's work, So when you pull it back, you just want to chill and, not have to do.
It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of, and
Yeah.
I can say this for myself, even though I'm kind of starting out. It's like I definitely want to be like, dude, just be introverted myself.
Sometimes,
But,
yeah.
sometimes.
I need that a little bit sometimes. I need just like quiet, like, even in my job, like I'm constantly in front of people's faces, talking to people, and having to put on a whole different persona sometimes and demeanor. So I can be a little shy. I have to turn it on and turn it off.
Mm-hmm. When's like the longest time you've actually had to kind of put on a face, like when it comes to being on camera, like 24/7, something like that?
I mean, I've never done any like movie roles, but I mean, every day, I should be doing it more. I should be making more content and putting it out there. So, one of my biggest goals right now is to just grow my social media, because I really feel like that in itself can become a very lucrative business. So, I do work for other brands and things like that, but just growing my personal social media brand is really what I would love right now. So.
If I was wondering if radio or media didn't turn out the way you're doing right now, what other like careers do you think you would have done?
Maybe makeup.
I kind of perfectly thought that right away, like makeup artist.
Something creative. I'm very creative. I love to cook too. Thank you for the meal before. I ate some of his meal right before. What was it again? It
was actually tacos.
But like it was a special kind of taco.
Yeah, it was an absolutely special taco. Everything handmade. I actually made I used Mosaic flour to make the tortillas, but I really did the Malaysian like rendang or the lamb curry. So that's
so
why
good. How do you say the first one?
Yeah, it's a rendang. Yeah.
Rendang.
Yeah.
Rendang and the curry, both phenomenal. And I am a tough critic because I also am a Houston foodie. So I like to go to different restaurants and try different things. And yeah, so.
Would you say like being a foodie is also a plus being like in the media? Because I feel like media and food really mixes perfectly well together.
Especially in Houston, because there's so much competition. There's so many restaurants. Like you have to really be promoting yourself to influencers, media, mainstream media, radio, TV. Like I feel like it's important to really get your name out there with all the competition, because Houston has a lot of really good food.
Yeah, no, and Houston is already considered like one of the biggest foodie cities in the world.
So, there's nothing else to do here. You can't really go for a hike. You can't really walk anywhere. So when my friends are coming in from out of town, they're like, what are we doing? I'm like, well, the first thing we're going to do is eat. Like we're going to do like a whole restaurant tour, because
we even have Houston Restaurant Week back in September. Like
yes.
that's how big it is. So for those of you guys who are viewing this, Houston, yes, it's not just Houston we have a problem. Houston, we are the biggest foodie cities. If you come here, really check it out. Everything you have, whatever you can name off, we have it. And LA, yeah, you guys you're not there. We're up there. I definitely have.
Yeah, we are. I've been around the world. I can say I've been to a lot of different countries in the past few years, and Houston definitely is A1 when it comes to food.
Yeah, A1 when it comes to food, or all over, whatever you kind of feel. So yeah, just moving on to thriving. I know we're like more really vibing here, but in the media industry, or what you have seen, and of course, or talk about your business, what's one of kind of like the biggest challenges that you think every like people that you face? So
as far as like just being an influencer, or being like in the media, just spotlight, or like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, like what's one of the what are some biggest challenges? Like, is it logistics wise, or more of like the people you handle with, or is it more maybe the mental, like how you have to kind of deal with?
I think it's just the competition, to be honest.
Competition.
And not like, that person's better than me. It's just you have to constantly be working in order to make it. If you're not doing it 24/7, it can't just be like a hobby kind of here and there thing. You have to be doing it 24/7, networking 24/7, in people's faces 24/7. And then I think you have to love it too. If you don't love it, I don't know how you could make it, because there's a lot of years that you won't make any money.
Yeah.
It's
like, I kind of wonder if you like it and then a scout, someone, again, let's just say a talent scout sees you like, oh, you have this potential, you got that look, you have the voice, you have the tonality. And then you kind of do it as a hobby, then you realize, okay, I'm checked out. Like I kind of want to have this normal life. I don't want to be in the spotlight every single time.
I think it just kind of comes with the territory. Like I said, I'm very creative, and this is what I'm good at. So, that's part of the job. And I think I do well being in the spotlight and, just putting myself out there. I'm an open book. So, I've never really been scared of judgment. The only person that judges me is God, and sometimes I do judge myself a lot. But other people's opinions, I'm not going to say they don't hurt or they don't matter, but I kind of have tunnel vision. You have to.
Yeah, definitely have tunnel vision. I like it that you have that tunnel vision. So any of like the quotes that you really like to live by to kind of like set your morning affirmation or how you do your work?
No, I mean, I would say, okay, there is this one quote, with love, anything is possible. And I think I keep saying, if you keep reiterating, if you don't have passion, if you don't have love for something, it's not going to work, you know? So there can be other driving factors, but for me, it's passion, and it's what I'm good at, and it's how I make money. So.
Yeah, and I think one thing is like you do show that love, and I sense that one of the first things, besides your beautiful exotic looks, and like it was the love and the energy that kind of kept me more intertwined with to get to know you more, is that like you are the Kayla Dalati in the media agency, and it's just a matter of time once you really kind of grow more into it and become one of the giants or the icons in Houston. I'm manifesting that for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just want to put out good vibes, and I've always been a very positive person. There are times when I can be, hard on myself, but for the most part, I want to be an inspiration for people who may not come from everything like or just showing that with hard work and dedication and consistency, it is possible to do whatever it is that you want to do in life, whether it's becoming an attorney or becoming a doctor or starting your own business. It is so possible as long as you stick to it and you're consistent and you're hardworking.
Yeah, absolutely. And consistency is absolutely the key. So the next question is here. So can you share like one of the most like memorable events in your career in the media? Like whether it be you got the best gig, your very first gig, first radio show, or maybe you open your LLC.
I did open my LLC, but that's not my biggest thing. I think my most memorable thing till date, and I hope that I get to do this again one day, was interviewing my dad. So interviewing my dad. He was on UHD's iRadio, and I was a host when I was in college. And I know it was kind of small, but it meant so much to me. I guess it goes back to kind of like the family and the culture and where I come from. Like family is everything. And it was kind of full circle because I would watch my dad on TV and on the radio all throughout my childhood. And then I was the one interviewing him. So that was, I think that was probably the most memorable to date, just because it was very meaningful to me.
Wow. You just hit the Lion King circle of life there.
Yeah. It's nothing spectacular. It's not like meeting a celebrity or anything like that. It was truly just
I still think it's spectacular. If I were to interview my dad right now, my Thrive and Vibe podcast, and like how he came to America was like speaking very little English, and all he knew was software engineering. And again, no family, no, like a little background on me, like I am Malaysian. My parents came here in 1998 with 3 kids, including myself, and they had no family. They had left everything behind. We would have a comfortable life in Malaysia, but they left everything behind because they wanted to really pursue something thing, and they had that intention, wanted to come to America to live just for till 2000 and feel it out and go back, but they decide to just took it all in.
And that's like so inspirational. I feel like people need to hear stories like that so they can have something to gravitate towards and have something to look up to.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that's important being in media. I always want to be a role model for others, and I want to show others like it is possible, even like your parents coming here without anything. I think those are very inspirational stories too.
Well, to correct, they did come with something, but they wanted to leave everything. They want to leave that comfortable lifestyle that they would have established in Malaysia, and
Right.
then they came
To
here
grow.
to grow. They didn't know what they were doing, to be honest, and everyone called. I remember like everyone on my parents' side called them crazy. It's like, oh, why are you doing this?
But
Like,
I always say comfort is the worst thing when it comes to success. Like if you're too comfortable, you're not going to ever grow. You
Yeah.
have to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow. Whether that means working 2 jobs, whether that means leaving Malaysia and coming to America to start an entire new life, not knowing any English. The comfort is the death of success, in my opinion.
Yeah, and sometimes I always want to tell myself, it's like, where am I right now? Yeah, I feel somewhat comfortable, but I don't know. I subconsciously find a way to put my back against the wall, thinking like, okay, I have to really work. What is it I need to really truly improve on and make myself really uncomfortable to the point I have to get myself out of it. So,
Right. Well, I think starting the podcast is just
Oh, I'm gonna lie. So for those of you guys that are actually wondering about the Thrive and Vibe podcast, this was not a smooth ride. I came in with literally no podcast knowledge, no camera knowledge, no marketing. I'm just a guy that is in tech sales and doing this, and I guess I'm doing pretty okay, but I'm growing.
I feel like that's how it is. You start a business blindly and then you just learn. If you want to make it, you will make it. You know, if you let the setbacks and the roadblocks get in the way, you're not going to make it. I mean, everyone faces so many challenges when they're starting a business, especially when it's your first one. And you hear so many stories from different celebrities and different athletes who, their journey wasn't easy, you know? You have to be willing to be uncomfortable and have really bad days in order to thrive.
Hence the Thrive and Vibe. Thriving, what are you thriving into? And Vibe is how you kind of relax and really
Enjoying life.
enjoying life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, and then one last question before we get to the vibe part. So with media, they love to show, and I know you like to show all the glitz and glamour. It's like, wow, she's really going places. Wow, she gets the VIP or me, and I get to the high rise of kind of building. But would you say again, dealing with the haters? I deal with haters already, but I'm kind of very tunnel vision. It's you don't know.
You have to just brush it off and have your support system. And if you need a vent, you just call them up and they'll talk you off the ledge. That's what I have.
Talk you off the ledge. Okay, that sounds dark.
Not it's like a figure of speech, guys.
I'll be to vent blow some steam off of it.
Yeah. No, just, you just have to surround yourself with good people. I think that's also a lot of what is important when it comes to being successful, who you hang out with, your circle. And, if you're constantly surrounded by negative people and people that are going to drag you down, then you're already kind of doomed. You have to have a good support system, whether it be your family, your, friends. For me, it's a little bit of both, family and friends. But
yeah. And then and then even in the media company, what is it? You already know how to deal with a lot of jealousy, because again, that's another form of haters. But then haters, they just really want to say, you get invited to all these concerts.
jealousy comes from a form of insecurity.
Yeah.
And I hate feeling, we all feel insecure. And I am so empathetic that I'm if that person is jealous, it's because they're feeling inadequate in whatever, part of their life. And so I honestly am not a jealous person myself, but I feel bad when other people are jealous because I'm like, well, I don't want you to feel like that. You can do whatever you want to do too if you get up and work hard and put in the effort. I mean,
and meet the right people too.
Yeah,
that's another thing I really like that what you do. You don't just simply work hard. Work hard can mean whatever, like work hard on your task, but you put in the effort to really meet and connect with people who are of higher value and they resonate with you and say, oh, okay, I want you to meet this person.
Yeah.
Like you're having amazing, you work really hard in networking more than just like actual or like whatever admin work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think just because I'm such a people person, I think that's one of my strengths. And, I just, I'm insecure when it comes to like admin work and stuff like that. So I have to play on my strengths, which is people and networking. And, I'm just a positive person. So I think that helps when it comes to meeting people and developing relationships and business partnerships with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that's why you're in the media, like you do very well. But now going to the best part, the vibing part. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right.
I am ready. I'm always ready. Let's do it.
Do you want to know what I also thought of you when I first met you?
What?
You have a doppelganger. You want to know what that doppelganger is? Eva Longoria.
Oh my God, I've gotten that before. Definitely.
And another thing, so this was also interesting. This will make you laugh too. Like,
okay.
It was a doppelganger statement. So I was talking with like a bunch of like people, and they were like men in suits. Like one guy was gay, and he literally asked me. He literally told me like, "Oh, who's that chick?" Because we were at that photo of like you and me. We were at the Mindful Business Women event.
Oh yeah.
And then I told him like, "Yeah, I'm gonna interview this chick." And then he said like, "Oh, your type is Kim Kardashian." I'm like, "Excuse me?"
I actually really I respect Kim Kardashian. Today, maybe not years ago, but today, because when she first came on the scene, there were no people that women looked up to that looked like her. Mm-hmm. And I kind of did resemble her because I had that Middle Eastern, like you say, exotic look. And back in the day, it was blonde haired, blue eyes girl that were getting all of the attention. So when the Barbie. So when she came on the scene, it was like, oh my God, she kind of looks like me. Like, that's so cool. I'm used to seeing blonde hair, blue eyes and, American pop culture. And now Kim Kardashian came on and, it was kind of cool to have someone that everyone adored that I'm not going to say Kim is beautiful. She looks exactly like me, but we have the same kind of features and characteristics.
Yeah. And that's why I'm just like, I could somewhat see it, but I still see more of Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eva Longoria kind of was a trailblazer in that scene too.
Yeah.
Was a Desperate
She's
Housewives.
So sweet. Yes. I actually met her this year.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, let's dive more into that. How was she?
She was really nice. She was promoting her tequila. Oh my God, I forgot the name. She has her own tequila. I'm sure if you're watching this, I'm just an idiot and I can't remember right now. But so she was promoting her tequila and it was cool. She was really nice.
Mm-hmm. So would you say throughout your time, how many A-list or B-list celebrities have you met?
I've met a lot. I've met a lot of athletes, just being, positioned to where it's easy to access, easy to form those connections being in media. But I mean, they're just everyday people. And I cherish my family and those connections the most. I don't chase after, I've never been a huge fangirl.
Really?
No, I mean, there is one person.
I have a feeling you're going to say that.
There is one person that I love, and she actually gave me a shout out this year as well, is Anita. I love Anita.
Wait, what's her?
I'm hit curious. Song is Envolver.
Wait, is it that Brazilian chick?
Yes.
I had a slight feeling. You could pull up being Brazilian too.
I do have, on my mom's side, we do have Brazilian, Portuguese in us
Wow,
when we did it.
Wow, you're a
My
plethora.
mom is like Portuguese Spanish when they did the 23andMe. So that's why I say Latina, because she's like mixed with a whole bunch of different Latin.
You're a plethora of like a lot of nationalities.
I mean, just Latin and Arab.
Latin and Arab.
Latin and Arab, yeah.
Yeah, and then and again, like I know I was teasing you earlier about like Spanish, like how good, like you want to take a Spanish to a whole new level that you want to get to a level of being very fluent and later on.
Yeah, it would be nice to break into the Latino market, like Univision, Telemundo, because right now I'm just mainstream focused on that. But eventually, I mean, it wouldn't hurt, especially because I vibe, I vibe to a lot of reggaeton and Latin artists. So I feel like that's more my vibe.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of sazon, if you will.
Yeah, sazon. I did put some good sazon on the tacos.
Did. You did. Yeah, being ethnic, I just, I like to. It's just a different vibe, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But even when that time, talk about your travels here. So like when you went to Dubai and you can actually pull off like the Arab look so perfectly.
I look like my dad, who's 100% Arab. So I definitely can. Especially with my makeup, I think more Arabic girl makeup.
But then so there's the Arabic girl makeup. They really focus on the eyes, but they don't want, if some Arab girls, they would love to wear the niqab, like cover their whole face. So they had to put emphasis on the eyes.
Yeah.
And I truly believe it. Like again, universally, like eyes. I mean, the beauty is in the
the beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes.
Like before you see the mouth, before you see the lips or the body, like you see the eyes, and that's when, wow, it's like you want to connect first. But Latin, I was actually curious about Latinas or Hispanics, like what their eyes in a way look like. Would it be somewhat very similar, like the Frida Kahlo or the Salma Hayek? Actually, Salma Hayek has some Arab.
She's mixed. She's half Arab.
She's
Shakira
half Lebanese.
is actually half Lebanese, half Colombian.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of us out there. A lot of mixed Latin Arabs out there. It's a thing for sure.
I'm not surprised if you did Ancestry and then you found out like.
I haven't done it on myself, but I have family members who have done it. I'm like, okay, that's enough. I don't need to do it on myself.
Or if you do it on yourself, you have like a lot of like potential interventions.
Oh my God, I'd probably die. It comes out like, I don't know.
Like, what if you are related to Shakira?
I would be like, hey, girl, like, we're cousins.
We're distant cousins.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I like to dance, and I'm a pretty good dancer, so.
Yeah, like, what type of dance do you like to do? Like bachata, merengue?
I can do all types of Latin dance. I like to shake my ass. Let's just be honest. I like to dance. I can also, belly dance a little bit.
Belly dance. You got the hips though.
Yeah.
Shakira hips don't lie.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for you, like Kayla hips don't lie, or you're just more of a...
We got to come up with something more like different. I'm all about being different. So maybe,
okay,
I don't know.
Well, what makes you very different and unique, like Kayla? Like, I'm pretty sure there's so much that makes you very different and unique.
I don't know. I think I'm just
multicultural. Well,
no, I just believe in being yourself, and if people don't like it, it's fine. And if people like it, great. Like I think I don't try to like be anything but myself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm actually kind of wondering who is Kayla behind the limelight when she's cooking either by herself.
Well, I was telling you. Okay, so I wake up like every day and I'm a different person. Not a different person, but like I think that's going back to being your authentic self. Like some days I wake up and I'm like, I want to be studious and I want to study and I want to and then some days I wake up and I'm like, you know what? I want to go out tonight. I want to shake my ass. I want to look sexy. And then there's some days when I'm just like, I'm feeling really creative. I want to do a new makeup look. So it really just depends on the day. I don't know. I'm just I'm weird.
I could relate to you on that. Like even the way I'm dressed right now, very classy. And then I've had days where I just want to wear a simple black T-shirt.
Yeah, like I like to dress up and like be classy sometimes. Sometimes I like to dress like I don't know, a little more risque.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I like to be like real suited and booted and professional. And obviously that is how I am for work most of the time. But I think it's an expression of like how you feel and what you're feeling and just being creative.
Yeah. And do you like to also kind of, when I like to say entourage or maybe your group of friends, like are you going to be the one that's standing out, or you like to be like a little late, a setback? I know that's a very loaded question.
It depends. No, I know what you mean. If it's like a networking or a business opportunity, I definitely like to stand out and be like, but I'm my friends' biggest cheerleaders. Like, I want them all to stand out. I want us to all be successful, and I think.
Or so let's just say for this case scenario, like go to Clarkwood, Houston. We all know that place.
Yes.
Are you?
That's my second home.
Yeah. So Kayla, are you gonna be the one standing out along with your group, or you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna cheerlead and probably play Cupid matchmaker with my girlfriends.
I'm a great Cupid. I'm a great matchmaker. It's my friends who don't. They don't ever try to, like, I don't know. I'm always trying to hook people up, but I don't know.
But has anyone tried to hook you up?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But it never works out. I don't know why. I don't know if it's Houston or whatever. But no, I'm single. Mm-hmm. For sure. Very single.
Very single. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your type of guy? Like personality wise? Looks wise, we can definitely, if you want to, but personality wise.
Personality, I've learned over the years, I think I intimidate guys who are not out there and don't have I don't know how to explain this. I intimidate guys. I need a guy who's more popular than me.
More popular
because
no
guy wants a guy that tries to take a girl out and trying to impress her, and then this bitch knows everyone in Houston. Like, what? What kind of shit is that? And then they like come back into they're like a turtle. They like come back and they're like, oh man, I'm not really. And it's not that you're not impressing me. I could just feel them like getting kind of insecure and so.
Really?
I need a guy that's like comfortable in his own skin. Either it's just gonna be fine with just letting me shine, or he's gonna know more people than me, and he's gonna be like, no, let me introduce you to some people and be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And even if, let's just say, you get somewhat of a guide and he wants to kind of learn the ropes, would you still take him on? Like, learn the ropes of how you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really, as long as they're respectful.
Yeah.
I'd prefer someone outgoing, just because I'm so outgoing, someone outgoing, nurturing, loving, but also, I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely have had some crushes and whatnot. I kind of know what I like when I see it. It's not like, I think the things on paper, definitely respectful. I like a well-dressed man too. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's a little superficial, but if you know how to dress, I mean, yeah. If you have some swag, let's just put it that way.
Okay, well, I got that taken care of.
You do, definitely.
Yeah, and then so yeah, being well dressed, and I'm kind of the same thing too. Like, I definitely want a girl that really knows her style.
It's just like a level of confidence. I need a confident man.
She needs to look better than me.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, she needs to look better than me. I can't look better than her.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And then of course, like, so again, personality, like, want to make sure he's confident. I would assume, and now that you talk about family, obviously he has to be family oriented.
Yeah, definitely family oriented. If you're not family oriented, then, I mean, I guess if something may have happened or whatever, but
like a trauma,
family, confident, hardworking, ambitious. Mm-hmm. I need like someone who's gonna make me feel like, because sometimes I feel like I'm very hardworking and I'm like, making this man feel kind of insecure because I'm like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and then it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So
I've always thought like opposite has to attract, and it's so funny. It's so, I mean, not funny, but it's so interesting to say he has to be outgoing and I have to be outgoing. Like,
because guys get so insecure. I used to not think that. I used to be like, no, like, whatever. Like, that's not true. But I do think that men get really insecure and intimidated, unfortunately.
By the type of personality that you gonna.
I think women who are, they work hard and have, their own. And I want to be taken care of one day. Absolutely. But I just don't want to take away from all the hard work and everything I've done to become, who I am and building my business and things like that. But I mean, guys I don't know. It's weird. Today's dating age is so weird.
Guys, this is like what I said in the episode 16 with Mimi. Deep down inside, this is another proof that underneath a hardworking alpha female and a great-looking
I'm only
female.
alpha when it comes to work. When it comes to interpersonal relationships, I can be very submissive, unfortunately.
Yeah, deep down inside, if you get her to be very vulnerable and just provide her and give her just a good amount of attention and understanding, she's a softie.
I'm so cool. Oh, I'm definitely a softie. I'm very emotional. I'm a feeler for sure.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, this is like an application. Yeah, no. Oh, God.
No, not an application. Like, it's really not that serious. But I think most women can agree that men these days, it's very hard to find men like what our parents are today.
Well, yeah, like, again, I'm all up for female empowerment. But while I'm not really, again, as a man, trying to be a traditional man, I kind of, where it kind of draws a line specifically for me is that when other alpha female put down other men and just say like, oh, we can be truly independent, we don't need no man.
I don't believe in that.
I'm like,
No.
You can be your own empowerment. I would say this to my future wife, like, if you have a business, cool. You have a business, cool. You want to go have a girls' night out? All right, please don't cheat.
Right.
Cool. Come home, make my life easy.
Right.
And then I'll do the rest of, like, as a man that I think I can do to provide value in the household.
Yeah, like I mean, I agree. I mean, I love like cooking and doing those, feminine, just really in my feminine energy era. I love doing those things. Just like I like working, I like being, I guess like wifey. Yeah. I love cooking. I love being nurturing and, but unfortunately, I feel like men these days in our generation don't appreciate it. So
don't appreciate the traditional
side.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, ladies. You tell us. That's just my experience.
That's your experience.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then the guys that like me, I don't like them back. So.
Well, what is the reason for them not liking you back? If you could share that. Too needy?
Well, no, not even. I guess we're just going back to I just don't vibe with them,
Really?
Yeah, I get bored easily.
Get bored
so maybe I'm the problem. I'm not the problem.
Well, I think all of us as human, we can all admit that we can, like, when you try yourself, right? Maybe there is some type of problem, or maybe it's just not compatible, and that's okay.
I'm just like, it's hard to find. I don't find a lot of men attractive.
What is it you find truly attractive besides the personality? Or you just have to have that spark?
It just has to just be like a whole package. It's like a whole thing, like a feeling. Mm-hmm. Right? Wouldn't you agree?
In a way, yes.
I don't know. Because there can be the most beautiful man, and I'm like, I don't really think he's that cute,
Yeah.
So because his personality is arrogant, or he's quiet, or, real shy and timid, like, I don't know. It just has to be like a whole entire vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it's like, would you say like you have like there's just one last thing, like, okay, like has to make a certain type of like a salary or anything like above, because I know that has been a very big thing
issue
in dating. Yeah.
I
Like they
mean,
say like, oh, if he's not making this, he's not a 10.
I mean, it goes back to the whole package.
Yeah.
I don't think that I've dated them all. I've dated broke, I've dated rich, I've dated in the middle. I mean, I feel like as long as they're ambitious and they're willing
Yeah.
to work hard and be a provider, and that's just in their innate nature, like, you know, giving off that masculine energy, I mean, we can make it work, you know, for sure.
Yeah, no. That's a really good insight here. Like, again, it's all about the drive and the ambition, and then you have that certain goal and purpose. There you go.
Yeah, purpose.
But for Kayla Dalati's purpose in media, you just want to, is it go back to like you want to continue to inspire and see how far you can grow from that, or is there something a lot more deeper than that? You want to make your family proud. You already did getting your degree.
I just want to be able to take care of my family the way they've taken care of me. So, I mean, my parents are not getting any younger, so I want to be able to provide for them one day what they've given to me.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, so we really went deep about it.
Is this deep? Is this like pretty deep? Typically, I'm a very deep person, though. So.
You are truly an open book. Like that. This is really getting deep into it.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, and so I like to talk about like your favorite places that you have traveled. Like, you know, you've been to.
I haven't been everywhere. I just, you know, now that I'm like, when I was younger, we didn't travel too much because we didn't, you know.
How young we're talking about here?
Oh, like in my like elementary through high school.
Oh, okay.
Or like junior high.
I thought you were talking about like freshman year of college. It's like, okay.
No. I mean, I've this year I've been to like, I think like 5 different countries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then you've been, I know I said Dubai and then Mexico and then, is Turks and Caicos a country
Turks
too?
and Caicos is a country, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And
Yeah.
then that's 3 so far. What are the other 2?
Did you say Mexico?
I already did, yeah.
London.
Oh, London recently?
Yeah. At the beginning of the year, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I have to look on my Instagram and make sure. But yeah, I think that's it. I've just been really blessed. And, you know, when I was younger, I didn't get to do those things. So I hope to continue to be. I think traveling is the best form of education.
It is, yeah. Like you are truly learning a diverse culture and you're learning everything. I think if I were to have go back and think if I want to do university again, I think I just want to go travel. Not just for fun, it's just more like
to learn different cultures, to understand
different business models,
different mentalities.
Exactly.
Try different food, see different fashion, understand people's cultures. Just it's great.
Customs, even learning different languages too. Subconsciously, you don't have to really, you know, do it in the class setting. You're just really out there.
Yeah.
And also,
I think, I used to say like, okay, if I want to learn, when I want to learn Spanish, I need to date a Latin guy. When I want to learn French, I'll date a Frenchman.
Yeah. Oh my God. I thought I was, you know, Kayla, I just resonate with you because I too.
Is that how you are with the women? You're like, oh, I'm feeling Latina this year. Let's find a nice Latin girl and I'm gonna practice my Spanish.
Oh, why do you have to do me like that? No, don't pull it out too much.
Today I am feeling, I don't know, Arab. I want an Arabic girl. Habibti, can you help me with my Arabic? Yeah.
That tequila's hitting you hard.
No, actually, this is just me normally. If I were like behind closed doors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, not in front of my bosses.
Okay, yeah. So dating, actually, that is a hack if you really do want to understand and know the culture really fast and quick. Just go on a date with someone. It'll be very uncomfortable for sure. You'll have some culture shock. You'll feel like the outsider for sure, for certain.
Yeah, but definitely if you were born and raised in America or vice versa.
I think I had some slight advantage. I was already a foreigner to begin with, so me even dating. I remember my very first American girl I dated. Her name was Teresa, and boy, was that an experience.
That's crazy.
If it weren't for her,
It's a learning experience.
It's a true learning experience. And then, and then with Mexicans, and then with Koreans and Vietnamese and all types. But then when I start and then in the hack, it's like, I start cooking food and
you start learning their food, their culture, everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is your favorite country? I know we're going back to Australia. What's
I haven't been everywhere. I want to go to.
What one you've been into so far though? I know you love Dubai a lot.
I do like Dubai, but Dubai is so far. I wanted to move there it's so funny. Every country I visit, I want to move there. I'm in the plane on the way back to Houston. I'm looking out the window. One day. I'm so dramatic.
Oh man. Yeah.
My friends are like, "Oh, you're gonna go there. Don't say you want to move there, Kayla." I'm not kidding.
Oh wow, you're known as that girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a free spirit, so.
You're very free spirit, and I like that. Yeah, but then do you like to? I say this, and I'm kind of free spirit in a way. I like to say home is where the heart is.
Definitely.
I can definitely say home is Houston.
Yeah.
Home, it's literally where
home will always be Houston. I'm such a proud Houstonian. I love Houston. It's the city that made me who I am. Mm-hmm. So I love Houston.
Yeah, I think I could really say I think Houston has been my home for the past 10 years, and again, all my past serious relationships here, all majority of my jobs here, and Thrive and Vibe was born here. Yeah, Houston will always be a home, but lately I know I've been manifesting and having my home in Bali, Indonesia. I even named my dog Bali.
Oh, that's how much I love. So cute, the cutest dog ever.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, and your dog is name what again?
He's my family dog. People say I abandoned him because he lives with my parents because I don't have time, but his name is Chaco.
You just have to make time, Kayla. That's all you have to do.
I am always on the go. Kayla on the go. So
Kayla on the go.
I'm not going to be selfish and get another dog when I don't have the patience or time to commit to it right now. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm I don't know. I can't be still.
Yeah, can't be still.
So a dog is just not in the plans.
So if you do date a guy that has a dog, that guy has to be a house husband looking after the dog while you're go.
Well, I'm going and I don't know. I mean, maybe we take the dog with us.
Exactly. Yeah, you can just take the dog with you.
Take the dog to work,
No, actually, not in your. You could do that with Kayla Media. Let's go.
I'm here for it. It's a new brand.
It's a new brand, new office policy. Bring your dog to work.
Bring your dog to work.
Oh my God. So, oh my God. No, I'm really kind of enjoying this. Are you enjoying yourself too?
Yes, I love it. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see, where this goes, and, hopefully it's, I don't know, the Bobby, what is that? The Bobby podcast eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually, you're going to get there.
Yeah.
Well, just manifestation.
Yeah. No, thank you for manifesting for me, and I'll manifest it for you. This
is
how it is. And real winners and successful people, they should manifest and help try to each other out, or even hype each other out.
Absolutely.
You're my hype woman.
Yes.
And I'm your hype man.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Definitely.
Yep. So I kind of one last question before you kind of end this podcast. So any other hobbies without the media, without the content creation, without traveling, without cooking? What other hobbies do you do?
I love to dance.
Love to dance.
I love to dance. I'm always dancing. You know what? At the beginning, you asked me if I wasn't in media, what else would I said makeup, but scratch that. I'd probably be a dancer.
You'd probably be a dancer.
Yeah.
I could see you be a backup dancer for an artist, for Beyonce.
I can't sing, but I can dance. I definitely know how to move.
Speaking of singing, oh my God, I want to ask you: if a guy that really genuinely likes you and you're like, there's a spark to him, but if he were to serenade you, would you be traditionally oh my God, I love this dude, or you'd be like, ooh, that's cute?
If I like him already, then yes. But if it's a guy that I'm not into, he's over here trying to, it's gonna embarrass me a little. So I don't know. It depends. It's all about how you approach the situation.
Because I've always wondered, like, you know, all the girls I ever talked to, they love the serenade, even if you make an effort. But then I'm just like,
if I'm into you, yes,
yeah,
be you, baby. Do whatever it is that makes you you. But if I am not into you, please refrain, and you will know.
So serenade to someone else, not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kind of curious, like because if you say you can't sing, I'm like, okay, well, what if someone does sing, or like would love to sing to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said, be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ask.
Awesome. Well, again, Kayla, it's the end of the podcast, and I thank you so much for like coming here, really enjoying. And
Thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun, and like I said, it's a beautiful studio. It's such a cool setup. Thank you, Hugo, back there for, listening to me rant. I don't think I'm that interesting yet, but
no, you're interesting enough to be on this podcast here. So
thank you.
And also, yeah, before ended this here, like, how would our viewers and followers like to follow you?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, I have it all. I'm most active on Instagram, and my handle is Kayla Dalati, just my name.
Wow, there's no other Kayla Dalati. Man, that's really unique to have.
There isn't. I don't think there is. Yeah, Dalati isn't a very common last name.
Yeah, same thing with my last name is Zamri, so it's not a common last name. So
yeah,
we're working at. Oh yeah, and would you like people to follow your LinkedIn too?
Where? Follow me where?
LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn. Yes, I have a LinkedIn. I do have a LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. Yes, just my name, Kayla Dalati.
Kayla Dalati. All right. Okay. Well, again, Kayla, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor.
All right.